Lee, I'm heartened by the fact that Amazon is going to add the 250,000, extra employees. I know it's for the holidays and they aren't permanent jobs, but that's still a lot of people to add. And if you had to say who's good at predicting retail sales, it's Amazon. If you take if you take amount of money that
Oh,
walks through them
absolutely,
every
sure.
year, they must anticipate or even know that this holiday season is going to be very good. And I always look at what the big retailers add as temporary employees as a bellwether for fourth quarter GDP.
Well, exactly, and you know, if you've ever been in sort of e-commerce business world or the retail business world, you know, my son works for a
Yeah,
company where it all depends on now and the end of the year. It all rolls into we got to sell enough stuff during the holidays to make our year, and that's
yeah.
true of almost every retail outlet in the United States of America. But yeah, I think that is encouraging. Now, I read a kind of a spicy Wall Street newsletter, and I should probably give this guy. It's called the Water Coolest, and the guy's really funny and he's really smart. But he said, and watch what Amazon will do. They'll use AI to transcribe every action of all the 250,000 workers that were hired, so they can use bots in the future. And I was like, you know, that could happen. They could use robots in the future and for all that kind of stuff because a lot of it is just, retail fulfillment, pulling boxes, loading them into a cart, putting them on a conveyor belt, yada, yada, yada. So I think it'll be interesting to see next year, Doug, if are they hiring less? Will that number steadily go down from 2025 to say 2030 as more robots are put into the market? Because they're starting to put
I know.
robots
I
into
know.
White Castle hamburger
We do.
places. I don't know if they still have those in the East Coast. I guess they have them up north. But it's a company called Miso, and the robot will flip the burgers and take them off the griddle and do all that stuff. And the whole thing is that the robot will not complain about not being able to join a union or poor working
Now, do you
conditions.
think we
So
could get away
I
with
think
this
it'll be interesting
headline?
to see down the road.
Amazon to hire 250,000 workers so it can fire 250,000 workers later?
Or not hire them next year or something
We're not
along those
asking.
lines. I don't think Amazon would take
We're
that
not
very
asking their permission.
kindly, but it could be the case because again, a lot of these seasonal jobs are about 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, maybe middle of November to middle of January because they have returns and things of that nature. But again, they're just guys and gals pulling stuff from shelves and boxes that are going on, conveyor belts and things of that nature. So it'll be interesting for us to track this in next year, see
I
how
know.
many people Amazon, hires for the holiday season.